Hey, welcome back to Fruit of the Boom. It's our third podcast.
Number 3.
We got the homie Sketch with us.
Wham bam. What it is.
A groundbreaking Beatz. What's happening, brother?
Living, dude. Living.
I'm your
I feel like I can't look at you guys in the eyes. It's just weird. It feels like a phone call.
I'll look the opposite way.
I'm
going to stare at you the whole time. Hey, so yeah, it's me, Matt Sawicki, and I got my man
JBJR.
JBJR. We hitting the third episode. We got our sweet music provided by Sketch in the background.
Indeed.
Shit go hard, though.
On a whim.
So
I just
Sketch,
said grab and dump.
are you retired from beat battles now, or are you still?
I feel like I was forced into retirement.
Oh,
But it's all good.
I maybe just
Hey, welcome to the club, brother. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
We'll get some new faces in there and then I'll start throwing them around.
there you go.
We'll wait for that though.
Right, so he's been judging a couple last. Well, he judged one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be 2.
Yeah, no, things come up.
Indeed.
So you judged the last one, and that was pretty cool. How did you like that?
Super different perspective on everything. I don't know. I didn't know it was gonna be that much pressure. It was a lot of pressure.
Man, well, I tell you, man, like, being on the other side, actually having to judge instead of being the one being judged, it's kind of like...
It definitely, if there was ever a time where I felt a decision could have gone a different way for me, it was out the window that night. You know what I mean? Like, It was, I see how that shit works. And
Yeah.
It's totally different ball game.
Well, it's you're judging from your perspective. It's hard for you to feel anything but what you feel like. So some people get offended by what you like and don't like, and that's their problem. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's any art. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
people feel like it's their baby. So,
totally.
Like, if someone likes somebody else's baby more than your baby, then they get a little pissed off.
Absolutely.
But you know what? At the end of the day, me, all three of us, we know it's all about constructive criticism.
Oh yeah,
like
man.
you gotta be able to take constructive. If you can't, then it's the wrong game to be in.
Yeah, and like it was never like, oh my god, I fucking whoop that dude. It's nothing ever like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
I don't think that's how Fresh Produce at least rolls. I don't think most of St. Louis is very much like that. I think maybe going into the battles, it's a little bit of a hype game sometimes, but coming at the end, nobody's
like
ever.
I tell anybody, man, I can't think of how many artists I've told to come up to those things. You know what I mean? Not just to check out the producers, just the vibe in general. You know what I mean? It's 100 times different than any other rapper show or anything. You know what I mean? The vibe is 100% different.
Right.
No, that's a great time. I love it, man. Fresh Produce is about the best thing that I've ever been involved in.
I love it.
I love Fresh Produce, man. I love the producer community. Man.
Yeah,
I really do. I love all.
But it's weird that
for real.
It's weird. I've met a lot of people, and even people on Facebook. Like they'll come up to me and be like, "Hey man, I messaged you that one day," and I've never met them before. I've got a lot of relationships from that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For real, man.
It's cool. It's really cool.
That's way tight. So you produce in Fruity Loops, right?
No,
you're out of Fruity Loops.
I'm gone. I'm done.
You're done.
I quit cold fucking turkey, dude.
You're all the way into Studio
1, yeah.
Nice.
And I pretty much just I didn't finish a beat until I could finish one in Studio 1. You know what I mean? I just went all the way. I just like the feel, and I don't know what it is. I just like it.
That's tight.
Yeah.
How long have you been solid on that?
Shit. I'd say over 6 months now.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah. I've made a lot of
So
life
a lot of
changes.
stuff I've been hearing has been from Studio 1.
All of it has been from Studio 1
That's
since.
Even the stuff we're hearing right now.
Yeah, since
Nice. Okay.
since the shit we were doing with Famous a while back, Shell, all that shit.
Shouts out to Famous.
Yeah.
Right
Shouts out to Shell.
Yeah.
St. Louis.
For sure. Yeah, man. And I've been trying to incorporate the machine a little more. It's kind of like working backwards for me. So I'll get that. I'll incorporate that on my own time. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. but I've been digging it, man.
That's way cool.
I'm just having fucking fun again, and that's what matters. Because for a while I was dragging ass. I wasn't feeling inspired. It felt like a conveyor belt, dude, and I wasn't digging it. And now, like I'm 100% embrace the blocks I get because I listen to shit my mom talks about or anything. I just sit back and I jam out. And I'm a fan again. You know what I mean? I wasn't a fan for a long time.
Sure.
I feel you, man. So tell us a little bit about your history, bro, man. Like, how'd you get started in the game for the most part?
I've always been into music big time. My family has too. Grew up in DC in a melting pot, but I would always pick out the little weird shit going on. My mom would always say I'm always like picking out the weird sounds or whatever, but what really got me into it is probably between 98 and 2000 when I was heavy in the rave scene, and I loved the synths that were in electronic music and they weren't being used in hip-hop. So right out the bat, I tried incorporating that shit, and it was right around the time like Lil Jon came out. So then he started incorporating that shit, and I was like, "Damn, you bastard!" That "Yeah" song with Usher came out, and that was exactly what I wanted to do. But I didn't know how to do it, and that's what got me into it ever since then.
Dope. So you say you started off with Fruity Loops, then now you moved on to Studio One. So have you ever like messed around with Pro Tools? 'Cause I know for the most part, from what I've heard, I've seen Studio One, but really never messed with it. Understand it's kind of comparable to Pro Tools, but it's not.
Like they're trying to get a veteran Pro Tools users to make the switch, and I think it's along the lines. I've used Pro Tools before,
Right.
That's kind of what I was going to ask you. I mean, I thought Studio One is a DAW, not a production thing, and you're sitting here like, I fucking don't even go back to Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
I mean, even I use Machine, and I would still like to go back to Fruity Loops. It's just not on Apple, so.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. And I'm not a hater. I love Fruity. I wouldn't be shit without Fruity Loops for real.
Yeah.
Right.
Same here. I mean, I don't use it no more, but I mean, I
still
mad respect for Fruity Loops.
Don't get me wrong. If I would still use it. It's not like I
miss it.
But everything that I need, everything that you need is in there. You don't have to leave the program. It's got a completely separate section for like bouncing it down, mastering it. You can even set up your digital your meta tags and that shit. You can do absolutely everything.
So it's kind of been built recently enough that it's taking advantage of all the things that are new. Like it's thinking about things maybe untraditionally.
You can digitally publish to websites, SoundCloud, anything directly from there with all the metadata, all the images, everything.
Wow,
it's really
That's
cool. And it sounds amazing. I didn't used to think different DAWs had a certain sound, but once I started looking into it and taking things a little more seriously, the software deep within, they definitely is different.
Sure,
definitely different. Sounds great.
That's dope.
So the other day you were saying you can't get down with Ableton, but then I think that kind of turned into a discussion that maybe had turned your.
Now the only reason I'm gonna make it happen only out of respect for Sean.
Sean Bautzel?
Yeah, I'm gonna make this shit happen out
Shout
of
out
respect
Prism.
for him. It looks cool, man, and well, of course, like the marketing commercials. I think I'm gonna hop in there and start pressing the push and shit and doing all that, but let's face it don't fucking happen that way, and it's set up ass backwards. I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. I put some kicks and snares in that shit, and I couldn't even
no diss to
move
Ableton
my
users.
snare to get it on.
I just can't get with it. It's I don't get Reason. I can't figure Reason out either.
Reason was a pain in my ass.
Reason you have to have, it's a lot of input, like as far as like MIDI, like from what I've seen, because me and Trifecta, shout out to Trifecta, me and him had this conversation often.
Yeah.
Like, I was the FL guy, he was the Reason guy.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, I got down, but he said, but I really can't go back. It's just a different feel. Like, he's just more of a hands-on. Like, if you're used to analog, that's more of a reason.
Well, and that's the reason I was
So, yeah.
stuck on one
Right.
thing for 6 weeks. I didn't know you had to turn the fucking digital thing around and plug shit in. You know
Yeah,
what I
like,
mean?
it's a
Like I had no
straightforward
idea you had to
analog
patch
feed, right.
shit.
I couldn't figure out the sequencer. That was it. For
And
me.
the sequencer, yeah. And I mean, I know, like, well, I don't know.
Yeah. There you go.
No, we've been handed these digital programs, so I feel like, well, older heads make me feel like I'm cheating.
Nah.
You know what I mean? But if you laid out an analog machine for every part to something in Reason, you wouldn't be getting a beat out of me. You know what I mean? Not for a while until I figured that shit out.
I mean, that's fine. That doesn't matter. I mean,
yeah.
What, do we walk to fucking Wisconsin from St. Louis now because we?
Right.
No. Well,
It doesn't matter,
I'm a
yeah.
firm believer. Like it's the outcome. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
dude, it's totally what's
Right.
comfortable
The
for you. I'm more interested in how does your workflow work with that thing? Great, that's for you. Then fucking
and that's
rock
kind
that.
of what I've been kind of messing around with foreign programs.
Yeah.
Is because now I'm comfortable. Now I want to see if I can be more comfortable. So I've just the other night, man, I stayed up all night and then half the next day just making a fucking mixing template, dude. Like just my little template.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was happy about it.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit that I was losing sleep, dude. I had a mixing template,
Right.
dude. And it's the small things in life.
Absolutely. That's pretty cool, man. I really like to hear your perspective on Studio One. That's pretty neat.
Yeah,
man.
I love it.
So what do you have going on as far as like artists and then we work with? Like you mentioned Famous a second ago. So go ahead and kind of expound on like how you and Famous Cash got together because it seemed like you guys definitely like a tag team duo at this point. So what's going on with that?
That's my brother, man. We've been rocking for over 10 years. Not a lot of people. Well, most of my relationships in music, the rest of the world don't know that there's a history there. You know what I mean? And I like it that way.
Right.
But we've been jamming out for 10 years. I met him when me and my brother Vino were staying in a mansion in Compton Heights. He was walking down the street. We were on the porch, and a cop was fucking with him, and we told him to come in the crib to get away from it. And as soon as he came in the crib, Vino told him to come in the crib, and I was in there jamming out, making a beat, and we've been rocking ever since.
Hey,
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
But music wise in St. Louis, I think I got a lot of shit that I can't say right now, but every genre, just know that every genre is happening behind closed doors right now. From pop, I'm even doing some shit with some alternative guys.
cool.
Everything,
Nice.
and it's fucking awesome.
There you go.
So you've recently been telling me you're trying to get into more like funky analog gear.
Yeah.
You got any specific stuff you're trying to get your hands on?
Specific, I want like of course I want the 808 and shit like that.
Sure.
But I really want a fucking Art Odyssey, man.
What do you want an ARP Odyssey for? What's drawing you towards that?
I like the sounds.
Yeah?
I really like the sounds. I've kind of grown a fetish, man, and I don't even have any of the gear. You know what I mean? But so now I've got gigs of fucking emulators and wave sounds. You know, but I don't think it's the same.
You don't?
As if it was sitting there.
Sure.
I don't know.
I feel you. I mean, I can get down with like the aspect of like the tactile, hands-on. This thing's really here. I'm really fucking with it thing. But I don't know. I mean, you know, whatever. Sounds are sounds.
Definitely. I'm not saying that I want to sit there and create my own synth every goddamn time I make a beat, because that's not the case.
Sure.
Right.
Because I hate a regular sign. I fucking want to commit suicide. But I just like some of the gear.
Sure.
There you go.
That's
I
pretty
wanna
cool.
play.
I've been personally I just grabbed a Hammond off the fucking internet. Some old lady gave me a Hammond, and I just tried to find. No, that's the Leslie. I just grabbed the Leslie from a guy because of that Hammond. So I'm feeling this real like draw to analog gear myself. So I feel you on that. But it's like,
you know what? As soon as I started mentioning that shit, it seems like all all the big brands are coming out with these little boutique collections.
So are you seeing the ones like TBK is, and he's an engineer here. He's battled at the thing. Shouts out to TBK Beatz. But he's really into these like units where you plug them in or whatever. But it's like controlled by software, but it's an analog unit like generating.
Oh, the sound. It's half analog, half digital.
Yeah, do you know what I'm talking
Roland?
about? I'm not sure. There's I think a few different ones. I'm not sure which.
Roland has a boutique series that's half digital, and they're badass.
So it's like, is it like USB controlled?
It can be, or they can run on battery. They can run standalone.
Wow.
Or they can be plugged in and
then they'll like run like a plug-in, right?
Well, I don't know what it is because Roland has it's clearly labeled half analog, half digital. I don't know what it is, but it's like half and half. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a neat thing. Me and TBK have argued about that quite a bit because I'm not super sold on it, but
yeah, I don't even know what it is.
It seems interesting.
Yeah, Roland's got some cool.
Roland's always
the problem
doing
is
wild stuff.
I feel like some of the units, I think they just look super dope. You know what I mean? Like, and that's cool. I'm sold on that shit.
Sure.
For a person like me, I'll get like a miniature fucking 808.
I mean, you'd be the only one that you'd fucking know with it, and you'd have all those sounds to yourself. You know what I mean? At least it's that.
Well, then they got the ones where you can buy the 3 racks, and you can patch them, little baby patches and shit.
Really?
Sure,
dude. Yeah.
Like you talking about like a patch synth?
Yeah, it's like a M80 or whatever. Moog has got a boutique, and now Korg has got a boutique.
Dude,
and Korg's monologue and minologue, holy shit, dude! Really? I'm getting it.
Yeah,
it's badass.
So is that a hardware synth?
Yeah, but it's not a tiny little baby one. It's
no, it sounds like a big boy, like a couple octaves.
Yeah, it's not huge. It's like
25. Like a Moog Fatty or something like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And but it's got, you can actually see shaping the waves and shit. It's got digital displays.
We're living in the good age.
Sounds fat. Sounds fucking
tight.
It sounds like I need to hit the
guitar.
So
I'm saying, like, that sounds like to me like they would have to have some kind of really good interaction with computers. There's no way that they haven't designed that into it.
Yes. I mean, you have to. I mean, look at the age you win. You have to.
Well, when I was reading up on them, actually, I just saw the Korg shit yesterday. When I was reading up on it, they're aiming towards new drum sounds. They want to like kick the 808 out and get these new dusty blah 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 blah.
Right.
And they're aiming like to link up with Ableton and do this live shit. You know what I mean? Which is dope. We're about to find out.
Yeah, that's neat.
So yeah, man. Speaking of which, so just to bring the conversation back to a second, man. We're talking about just the scene in general, like about St. Louis, how we talked about the beat battles and how you were judging. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel about, so tell me your thoughts about just the producer scene in general, just as far as like just the camaraderie and just how the producers move in St. Louis. Like what your own experiences, I would say.
I've had a lot of really good experiences with the producers in St. Louis.
You buy a lot of beats.
Yeah. I've always kind of got a lot of love, but I guess I got the same amount of hate on the other end.
I ain't never heard nobody say fuck groundbreaking beats.
You're not gonna hear him say that shit.
I don't.
I mean, hey.
No. It's 100% different vibe as the artist. Coming from someone that is around artists 100% of the time. I'm also around producers 100% of the time, and it's night and day, dude. It's night and day. They actually get along.
Yeah, man. Like,
there's a couple Hollywood ones out there.
You have your few.
Yeah, there's a couple Kanye's, but it's all good.
Yeah, but like I said, I always just love like the brotherhood, like that for the most part that we all have here. Like, it's not really no beef. It's not really no drama. Like, you don't have that. Not in the producer community. You don't. Like, ever since we started doing the Fresh Produce shit, like we've been.
Way before that, even though.
Even way before.
Yeah,
that.
I mean the way I came. I fell in through. Cass has been doing it longer than I have, and they brought me in hellas. Shit. It just always seems like. I think St. Louis's music scene's always been. I think that's kind of the thing. We don't get outside of ourselves because we kind of just fucks with each other. There's so much diversity here.
Well,
that I
I'll
don't
tell you
think
what, it's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah,
like if
it really is.
If anyone ever wanted them problems, dude, we'd hash that shit out real quick because we got some monsters in the cut over here.
All three of them.
And it's crazy, man, because you have access to everyone, like boom bap cats to fucking diamond producers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I was at work a couple months ago, and I get a text, and it's like, hey, da 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 da, and I'm like, who the fuck is this, dude? And it's J.E. You know what I mean? Like, and shout out to Coco and Basement Beatz.
Those guys are the shit, man.
Dude,
they're just the realest
blow my mind.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
They'll hang out with you and talk to you like you're just a fucking dude.
And they're diamond producers,
Right?
You know what I mean? Like it fucks.
They
me
got
up.
Grammys. They got all that shit. They could
Dude,
be.
that helped put St. Louis on the map.
Exactly.
Like,
I
it
mean,
really did, dude.
It's
they're
a big deal. Like, so.
And they're fucking sick as shit still. They're every record I hear from those cats is fucking ill.
Coco is a fucking monster.
Coco's a monster. J.E.'s a monster.
J.E.'s a monster. Yeah.
Wow,
it blows my
like
mind.
all of them, dog. Like,
It blows my mind, man. Yeah. But with that being said, like, and that's what I mean. Like, it's a blessing. I love St. Louis for that reason. You know what I mean?
Most definitely, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. St. Louis has got a nice. I mean, like when I came in, like in 2009, dude. Like I came in not knowing shit. I just came in just on a whim.
Yeah.
And it was just. It's been love ever since,
I think that's
man.
the only
like,
way to
that's
do
what I'm
it. You know what I
saying,
mean?
You know what I'm saying? I just came through, and then I just met
And
all
your
y'all.
style, fuck, your style's dope as shit.
Hey man, this
But-
respect is mutual, dude, for real.
But that's the thing. Like you can have all of these different styles. You know what I mean? And it's all the same shit.
Like
at the
yeah,
end of
for
the day.
real. Like the battles are been full of lots of different shit. Like Low for Show, one of the first
electronic.
He dropped electronic shit that made he was one of the only producers that I've seen make the room go
Dude.
like everybody nasty face fucking
And
crazy.
and if
Lately
you
we
get
haven't
some
had that
cats-
kind of thing happen. He did it with like a fucking dance track. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude.
If you got cats battling, and one of them is chopping samples and flip some shit, and the next one is like EDM trap,
Yeah.
and they're going head to head, fucking hashing it out. That is fucking badass.
Because then you're really just bowing to like how good are you in your fucking lane? You know what I mean? Like we're all respecting what everybody's doing, but
Yeah.
if you're in your lane fucking murdering, that's gonna be respected. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right,
because
'cause
a lot of people
right.
don't understand. Well, they're like, well, that's not fair. Then got to have categories and shit.
No, it ain't-
and
don't
that's the
gotta be that.
and that's the reason. Part of the reason I think makes us sick, man. We don't fuck your categories. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
you don't need them. If you dope, you dope.
I think-
That's all it's to it.
I shouts out to Ben Stein and DJ Who for really, I think, pushing the envelope on
Hell
making
yeah.
that kind of be the production that we accept everything. You know what I mean?
And they let it be known too. Yeah, that's dope. I think it's beautiful because you see every walk of life in there.
Yeah,
and it's badass.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
Like 8FX has been killing it, lady. He's got that.
That dude killing it,
He's
man.
got that fucking off kilter, fucking funky. Like it's almost boom bop, but it's like fucking.
You don't know what the
It's
St.
nasty.
Louis. You
It's
don't know
fucking
what the fuck
nasty.
it is. Yeah, he's dope, man. Yeah, shout out to him. He's been killing shit.
Oh man, I mean, it's everybody. Shouts out to every motherfucker that
Yeah.
comes on that fucking stage. It's the
Everybody.
shit. I
It
love
is.
it.
It is
takes
really cool.
It takes a lot of fucking effort, and a lot of people fucking don't do it. I've got a lot of friends that talk about I want to get up on there and don't do it. So all those cats
It's
that get on there are
terrifying,
fucking
dude.
killing it. That's
It's
awesome.
terrifying.
Like, especially, like, back in the day, like, especially when, like, around the time me and Matt used to doing shit like that, when them crowds just used to be like, you just like,
You're talking about like High Point days, and
like
shit,
High Point, and then like early Atomic Cowboy days.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like, gee, I came in through the early Atomic Cowboy days, and
Yeah, I was still
my
a
God.
fan back then.
I was doing stuff in Elvis' room at
Man.
Blueberry.
Damn,
that,
man.
that,
So-
that with Ben Bounce and yeah.
Actually, in them days, I was opposite. So I was like at Chinchillas and Rolisas and shit, man.
Yeah, man, but no, I really do got love for the scene, man.
Oh, it's the shit.
I do,
It's-
man. I have to. I mean, and then like I said, I encourage every producer to just try Beat Battle. Like,
Yeah,
I
oh,
really,
yeah.
I
just
really
come out
do.
and kick it with us.
Well, let me
I
put it.
really
Let me
do.
put
out.
it this way. From the first time I did it, a year or two ago, it has 100% sculpted the way I make beats now.
Nice.
Moving forward.
Nice.
Reason being is because, well, first of all, you got to come hard, but it makes you think. It makes you put a little more thought into it. If you notice, like I wouldn't ever just throw some beats on my phone and come up there. Everyone was like a little over a minute long, and everyone was handcrafted for that event. You know what I mean?
And that's what you got to do for a battle. And come up and play 16 bar setup shit, and it's nope,
chess,
you're losing.
But
it's chess,
when you have
checkers,
to, when you have to do that, man, you approach shit differently because you start seeing what people react to.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a wedding. I need something blue, something new, something borrowed, some shit. You know what I mean? They love something that they recognize, but they love it fucking twisted up. They love changes. So it is sculpted the way I make beats.
That's
dude.
tight.
It's fucking dope.
It does, man.
So, like, do you feel like it's improved your beat making for non-battle rap making? You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It is 100%. It changed how I make beats.
Yeah, I would think it would pay off to, like, getting artist attention by, like, if you're good at phrasing your beats for a battle, then you can, like, snatch people's attention super quick as an artist. You know what I mean?
And well, yeah, because you're putting like 4 beats in 1 minute. You know what I mean? Like changing it up and shit. It's changed everything. It's changed everything, and I think it's a beautiful thing.
It really is, dude. Like, it's really like steel. It's like really like steel sharpening steel, man. Like, and the thing about people, like we talked about earlier, like people just kind of be in their feelings and can't accept the criticism. Like, just think of it at the end of the day, it's still sharpening steel. You gonna win, you gonna lose. Like, I've lost,
of course.
I've won. You've lost and you won. You lost.
Oh, sure,
won.
dude.
Like,
I love losing.
It doesn't really bother me.
It's not.
I mean, you might. Nobody wants to lose. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the end of the day, fuck.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, if you lose, and dust yourself off, try again.
Right.
And there's so many factors that go into like,
Totally.
the reason. You know what I mean? So you can't get caught up on that shit. Just go
Nah.
hard, dude.
Well, shit.
Go
Yeah, I
hard.
mean, you could just be. I mean, we always have the judges as the fucking crowd. The crowd. If you come out and you fucking rock the crowd, like you could be. The crowd just feels this type of fucking music because
Exactly.
they're this
That's
kind of
what
crowd.
I mean. Like, there's so many aspects.
The judges could go hard, but I mean, or they could be split. Like, how many times is that? I mean, like, honestly, like, if people don't understand it, man, when it's fresh produce, a lot of times it's a split with the judges, and then the crowd takes it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I can appreciate that process.
That's a.
It's so much pressure.
But like we said just a second ago, like, you know, it is, and then some people, like you say, like, oh well, you gotta play trap. I guess trap beats only win this. I guess this one needs to say it.
Nope.
Not there.
Dope win shit.
You just gotta play dope shit.
It's just if you're gonna play trap music, own that shit.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play anything, own it, man.
Own that shit. If you're gonna play some pop, own that shit.
Yeah,
EDM,
because I guarantee you,
like,
I could run through half of them cats with an R&B beat. You know what I mean? Like, it's all on presentation.
Like, fucking Black Spade couldn't come up in there, drop all his fucking beats in there, nothing like fucking trap, and take the whole fucking night. Not even a problem.
He's got like his own fucking genre.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just
so it's not trap beats go hard, and that's all we fucking vote on or anything like that. And that makes me really frustrated when cats get like that.
It's
I mean, whatever.
They don't know
Think
what
what
else
you
to
think.
say. I think you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's they're just putting a word on it.
I would love to hear a variety of beats all the time. I don't want to hear trap beats. I hear that all the day.
But I think we get pretty. I think we get pretty lucky up there. We do hear an array of shit, but when someone loses, that's the first thing they go to is trap beats.
Whatever.
I mean, and the thing about, man, you just, I mean, like I said, I love trap music myself. I do. I love it. I make it all the time. But like I said, but sometimes you got to go outside your
we're
lane,
producers.
man.
We're trying to sell records, man.
You have to, man.
People like that stuff.
They love it. You gotta go
I
beyond
find a lot of times the cats that do have, everyone's got something to say. But the cats that go out of their way to try and continue to say it, man, they can't do it.
Right.
They just need a little help.
and the thing about it is, and I tell people, like, don't get in your feelings, man. Like, it's going to be someone not going to be able to like what you make. Like, everybody's gonna be a critic, but someone out there loves your shit.
Absolutely.
If it's not here, somewhere out there, I guarantee.
Me and Famous, we got a little pocket of fans and followers in Nigeria, Kenya, that not just like the music, they love the fucking music.
That's dope.
And it's really cool. Some of them have written letters, dude. There's one dude that wrote me a letter to use something to walk into like an MMA fight.
Oh shit!
Really? Shit. Yeah, dude. But not like an American flashy on every channel.
No, shit. That's awesome,
still, man.
And then another dude wrote a letter. He plays the music to work out in the morning and shit.
That's cool.
That's bad ass.
That's
dude.
way tight.
Yeah,
dude. 7 billion plus people, over 7 billion people in this damn world. Someone's gonna like your shit.
Oh yeah, that's exactly
I guarantee you. So that's why I tell people, man, don't get discouraged. Like even in my moments, man, I'm not even gonna front. Just being transparent. I've been times where I had my moments like what Sketch said earlier. You have your moments when you feel down and feeling discouraged and everything like that. You're just like, damn. But then, like, and shout out to my wife, her having my back and just, have me, just help me, stay focused and positive about it. It just helped me just like, hey, just keep working hard at it and just listen to different shit and grow. Just understand. And then when I realized that I had the same thing, especially like in Europe, man, I've noticed that like a lot of like DJs and stuff like follow me now.
And that's
like
one of the
like a lot of international DJs.
That's awesome.
That's one of the big reasons. Like even if you don't think it's doing anything, man, you gotta keep doing that shit.
Yeah,
exactly. So it's like we tell people all the time, man. Like don't think just local, think everywhere. It's 7 billion people on this rock, dude. Someone gonna love your shit somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
That's the shit, man. I can't believe. I would love to have more connections outside of the United States with my music getting distributed. I don't personally do that, but shit, that would be tight. That's super cool.
Yeah, we're working on that. Well, my whole family still lives in England.
Nice.
Shouts out to Sketch's family in England.
Yeah. Well, what's ironic is with the Nigerian followers, like that's where my mom was born. My mom was born in Kaduna, Nigeria.
Oh wow.
And I mean, she hasn't lived there since she was 7. She moved back to England and then over here. But I just thought it was out of every country on earth, you know what I mean, for a big pocket of fans to be from Nigeria. That's fucking cool, dude.
That is way cool.
So I got to talk to my mom about this shit.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's hella dope, man. I mean, I guess my whole thing is like I tell people like it's nothing personal. I think that's the main thing. Like we said with the art, don't people sensitive about their art and shit. Don't take it personal, man. I think that's the main, message that we're all trying to get across, and we're trying to tell any and every producer, no matter if you're in St. Louis or New York, Chicago, LA, no matter where you at, if you're in the scene and you're a producer and you're trying to get on,
I got tunnel vision. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, just look forward. Just look straight,
I respect everyone's input. Well, not everybody's, but I listen to everyone's input.
Sure.
Respect some of them. But
I mean, even if you don't respect it, it's still a perspective that you probably can understand. You get an experience from.
We've been rocking. We've been rocking over 10 years now, so we've seen a lot of shit come and go. Been promised a lot of shit, and along the way, I think it's just embedded that. Okay, so if this dude's gonna be like a manager, you need to listen to him. You need to listen to her. You need to listen to him.
Right.
And it wasn't until like 2 years ago when I said, "Nah, dude, you're wrong." That's when shit changed.
Right.
Yeah.
It was when someone was in my. It was when someone was telling me that basically I needed to stop fucking with Famous. Need to shelf his shit and start doing some other shit, and I'm not gonna say any names. That's when shit changed for me because I finally said, no, fuck you. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to make, because it's what I want to do first of all, and I see people latch on. You know what I mean? Listen to your fucking heart, man. Listen to yourself.
Totally.
100%.
You have to.
Like, do you and do the best you do.
Nobody wants to see you do somebody else.
Do you and do the best you do.
I don't even want to see you do you, but
Like influences are great, but do you at the end?
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
Man. And then don't worry about other people's opinions on shit, man. Like, no, if you were literally worried about everyone else, how you gonna progress and grow?
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I
If you
totally
just worried all the
understand. Going to certain interviews, you gotta be dressed a certain way and shit like that. But you can't sculpt your whole fucking life around that shit, man.
No, you
and
can't.
we're in
You
the
can't.
fucking music industry. You know what I mean? Like,
Look where we at right now. We're in a podcast room. We all lack clothes.
nobody's gonna tell me shit
we ain't
ever
shit.
again when it
You
comes
know
to
what
that,
I'm saying? We all
unless they're
cool.
cutting me a check. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll
100%.
do. Yeah. I'll,
If somebody tells me to dress a certain way for a check, if the check's pretty large, I'll
well, I
do
mean,
that.
if I'm getting sponsors and shit, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna disrespect them. You know
Of
what I mean?
course,
But
of
they're not
course,
gonna
it's
still
money.
not gonna tell me how to fucking
Right.
feel or think.
Right. I mean,
If
you
I'm
know what I mean?
against something, I'm against.
Welcome to Costco. I love you. Shouts out to Costco. Yeah, there we go.
Hey.
Shouts out to Costco.
Get a whole skid of paper towels and a 55-gallon drum of Coca-Cola Classic.
man, I'm gonna have to try to get a membership at Costco.
That's some American shit right there, boy.
My God.
You
Yeah, I go to Aldi. I just hit Aldi all the time right
I
now.
just sit out back
Swear.
and I shoot squirrels and rabbits.
Okay. What do you do with them after you shoot them?
I watch this video, YouTube tutorial. He butchers like urban animals. I'm gonna fuck a pigeon up when I leave here. Not really, guys. No.
Now I'm gonna have to go to Aldi, man. They got the best fruit now, dog.
I just heard something about Aldi. What they do?
They got the best fruit, like produce.
I think they went
All
organic.
of this shit's organic, pretty much, and then or not. I think they got a lot of organic shit, and then
Well, I think they're converting. I think they're trying to go 100%.
yeah.
but I don't blame them. I mean, and then the shit is affordable, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
My girl always
Aldi.
tells me to go there, but man,
I like to
it's
bag
set
my
up
own
fucked
groceries. No, dude, you just gotta go. Just keep going. You'll get used to it.
I'm a creature of habit, man. Like, so if I'm not walking through the aisles knowing where shit is, that's why every time I see you in Schnucks, we probably see each other at the same spot because I don't fucking venture off, bro.
But I'm just saying, like, if you go to Aldi, man, like,
They got the fresh produce.
literally they do. They literally have the fresh produce. Shout out to Aldi, man.
Fine.
And
Check it out.
It's international too, man. Like Aldi is like what, in Germany or some shit. It's like hella big.
Really?
Dude, Aldi is straight international. It's huge.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's straight dope, man.
So when you produce, do you produce in headphones or do you produce on speakers?
I prefer to produce in speakers, but me having children and shit, I tend to live two different lives, and at night I have to use headphones.
Sure.
I can use speakers, but I don't like hearing mouths.
Right.
And even when it's not loud to me, for some reason it's always loud to them, or the bass is too loud or something.
I can feel you.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten used to. It took a while. I got a couple different pairs of headphones. So it is what it is, man.
Right.
Use whatever you use, just use it fucking well.
Sure.
Exactly.
Got a favorite pair of headphones?
I don't want to sound like that dude, but right now it's actually the Beatz by Dre.
Yeah.
They sound great, and well, they make everything sound great. But I had some ones before that, and I wasn't digging them. They were expensive as shit too.
Sure.
So-
I'm not a big fan of expensive headphones.
I just stick to my Sennheisers, man. I'm fine with that.
I like Sennheiser a lot.
Yeah, I've had some $20 Sennheisers that were great, and I've had like some 200 that were the same. So I'm going with the 20s from now on.
Dude, if I'm telling you, man, and people just get away from the name brand, though. Like just because it says this doesn't mean it's good.
No.
Not all the time.
No, it definitely doesn't.
I mean, you got to think. I always just point to like microphones 60 years ago. Yeah, they're really nice. The ones that are really good, like everybody wants to be on these, but you know that like the best microphone then is probably not that great compared to a cheap microphone now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the fucking $99 package for the AKG.
Sure. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not the best microphone ever, but geez, man, it's still like you know,
can get
the top 10% of microphones are sure. Yeah, those are the ones you still want. But the bottom 90% of the microphones from the 60s are shit compared to the $90 microphone now.
Dude, you
know
get
what I
the
mean?
$90 AKG, and then you just throw some fucking digital preamps in that son bitch. You're good to go.
I don't know about that one.
Just joking. I was trying to piss Matt off.
Oh.
Oh man.
No, good headphones don't have to be super duper expensive, you know.
No, not at all, not at all, not at all.
No, and I thought I got two different Beats headphones, not to sound like I'm balling, but the studio ones, I thought it was gonna make shit like sound too good and not be able to just make everything sound good, and it's not the case. The little solos that I have, those try and do that shit.
Okay.
So it's like they're fucking lying to you. They're lying to you. Don't listen to them.
But maybe other people listen to those lion-ass headphones, and you gotta check in those too.
Well, if I did that, I'd have a room full of shit I'd have to check through. And then I'd be you.
Damn.
Yeah, I see you checking through the left, right, mono. Nobody got time for that.
Right.
Man. So
Those are badass stickers, dude.
I know, right? Like I was looking at he got like what Snow White doing Snow White. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I got this Supergirl and Wonder Woman kissing with their boobs out.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's been a fantasy of mine.
There's a hot dog tattoo and another hot dog with mustard.
I saw Rick and Morty one.
Oh, lots of Rick and Morty ones.
That's my shit.
I got these on the
fantastic.
internet. They were awesome.
There's nothing wrong with stickers.
So, you produce mostly in the nighttime, or do you produce during the day hours?
I produce mainly at nighttime. I still have a day job.
Sure.
That I've been teetering walking away for a long time now. But with kids,
Yeah, you gotta feed those mouths.
Yeah, and I think it's kids and me being a pussy.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Man, it's a lot to try and make a living from music exclusively.
Oh yeah, especially yeah. Especially if you're just trying to work like the selling beat thing or blah 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 blah.
I wouldn't be able to do it, man. Like people tell me I should sell beats, and it's like, dude, that's a whole job, man. I could not do that and run a studio. That's not like two things that I can do.
No, and I don't like being that guy. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a salesman. I'm not trying to be like, hey. By the way,
sure.
I'm not that dude. So luckily, I've just been. Luckily, people click play, you know what I mean, and they actually listen. So a lot of that shit happens on its own, man. I'm not blowing anybody's inbox up. I don't fucking tag people. I don't do none of that shit.
People just get at you.
Yeah, thankfully.
That's tight.
Yeah.
How can people get at you right now if they're looking for, we've been listening to Tight Beats for like an hour almost, or at least 30, 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around.
We've been listening to cool beats for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah,
how can people get at you if they like these beats?
Groundbreakingbeats with a Z.com. All the social media platforms, Groundbreaking Beats with a Z. That's that.
Yeah.
That's that.
Holler
I have
at
some
your
amazing
boy.
deals.
Sure. I see this dude throwing deals like crazy. I always encourage people to get at you.
A lot of people hate on it, but more don't. You know what I mean? Like, so it's cool.
Hey, you know what I say, man? Hey, and you know what? This is the one thing I have to say about people that sell their beats, for about 50, 100, something like that. There's a difference, and I even had to kind of grow past this myself.
Mm-hmm.
With the sound click age. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? With the sound click age. We had people that selling beats for like $1 to $10 and shit like that. I'm like, okay. Now y'all flooding the market. Now y'all taking the shit. So I'm like, okay. But then I understand at the same time for the average person.
That's like whenever, a long time ago, I was like in a particular. Luckily, word of mouth has been my greatest selling tool. You know what I mean? Which means I don't really have to do shit but keep doing me.
Exactly.
But when you do have, and this is what made me start looking at things a different way. when you got someone just as dope or even doper, selling their soul for like a pack of Newports and a 6-pack, you know what I mean?
That
like,
hurt, man.
Yeah, it does fucking hurt. But until you understand licensing,
right,
it don't hurt no more, dude. Like, it don't fucking hurt because we're gonna be eating.
Right, because I mean, if you play it right in the long run, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people don't do that. I think they just kind of
you got
shit. You know what I mean?
You're either scared to sell the rights to your music outright, and then you get however much. You know what I mean? Like, if no one's ever heard of you. You're not busting heads, dude. There's a lot of people around here that say they're busting heads for him, but if nobody besides us know who the fuck you are,
I mean, you might clown on some dude one time, sell a bunch of beats for a lot of money, but that dude just got his income tax check
and that was
ejected off.
The planets were just aligned.
Everything lined up for your ass.
Yeah,
but that's great. That's great too. No knocking that.
That is great. That's happened.
That's
to me
how
before.
Producers can keep living. That's
For
awesome.
sure,
you got to
dude.
hustle and all that shit. But
man, one of my greatest relationships in this music industry has been from my homie BG, the Prophet, out in New York, years and years and years ago, dude. Like when I almost just started out in the SoundClick era, like whenever we were fucking in chat rooms and shit with Johnny Giuliano, like when we were still like regular people, fucking. He bought a shitload of beats from me, man.
Nice.
And
shout out to him, man.
Yeah, and years later, man, like that's my homie. He's plugged with Maybach Music. He's got some shit going with Teddy Riley, dude. Fucking
Nice.
And
That's
shit's
dope.
gravy,
That's
dude.
dope.
But that was on a whim out of nowhere, dude.
Yeah.
And it changed. I needed it back then. You know what I mean? So
man, I need every beat I sell to be a sale. That's always a blessing.
Get how you live, man.
Yeah,
Like,
he changed a lot of shit, man.
Right.
He changed a lot of shit for me.
The only thing I'll be telling folks, man, is like just definitely think about at the end of the day, like if you got a formula like where you can sell stuff like that, by all means, 100%. Like the way you doing it, and the way I know some cats like my cat over in Chicago, Serious Beats, or my cat, in St. Louis Fugitive Beats. Shout out to all of them.
Oh yeah.
All of them.
Shout out
All
to
y'all
Fugitive,
know
man.
exactly how to do it because y'all know to sell not only here but out of the country too.
Yeah.
To get revenue on all different streams. So for y'all, it works perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But I also tell a certain amount of people, man, like unless you know how to do it like how y'all doing it, like don't try to just do it and sell yourself short. Like think about what you doing first, because you don't want to just jump out the window and just sell something just to be selling it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Like you gonna sell it with,
especially if you got your fucking rights attached to that
exactly,
shit.
man.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, man, because you could have sold maybe $1 million hit that may never fucking get heard.
Yeah, there's always two sides, man. Because like now like the SoundClick thing is still going strong. I've never really been a part of that shit. But on like the music library aspect, for like film and media and TV and shit like that, man, there is so much money to be made in that side. And dude, I got many record pools out there that I'm more than grateful to for someone to snatch some shit up. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
It's too much money to be made out here.
Yeah, and once you understand all that shit and like even as far as like when it gets played within a certain like it's confusing as fuck, dude, but they make it worth your while. They make it worth your while.
Hell yeah.
Because you got to remember these companies that do all this shit, they got budgets, man. So like if they're doing like an ad campaign or some shit,
it's just
they
part
got
of it.
A lot of them have like a $10,000 budget set aside just for the music of that ad. Yeah, they know what they're looking for. They know what sound they want. They just don't know who it's coming from yet. You know what I mean? And fuck, there's a lot of money to be made out there. Rolls Royce is up fucking 26% in the USA, so don't think it ain't fucking money out here.
Man, I'm telling people, man, just like, and then sometimes you just gotta make your own lane, man. Just do what you gotta do. Like, be the next way. You know what I'm saying? Be the next way in different lights, man. Like Like me, I podcast. Like I produce and I podcast, and it's the shit.
Yeah, I was super happy to see this.
Dude, like, you know what I'm saying? And like just making your own way of doing what you love to do, and can making more revenue streams, and then getting yourself more, and then you can branch out and do extra shit. Like you said with you, like you selling beats on the internet in different countries, including here, and at the same time working on some TV and film.
Yeah, mainly
it's different revenue streams out here.
Definitely, like mainly as far as like as far as all the other countries and shit. Yeah, I push beats out there, but not on the marketing shit. Mainly we've just been pushing music, and people fuck with it, dude. So, and when people fuck with something, like, you get a lot of love for that shit.
Hell yeah. Damn right.
I don't know. Things have just been going in my favor, and I don't know why, but
because you're fucking tight.
It's working, man. So man, I don't really like to talk shit on it. I just let it roll, man.
Yeah. Dude, hey, we're
jamming.
We all creators, man. We blessed with the talent, dog.
I'll tell you what, though, like the opportunities of the type of people we're fucking with now, man. It's really cool, dude. Like the genres, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I'm excited about a lot of shit that's coming out.
And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, for all of us to be creators, man, like, that's a blessing in its own right. Like, that's a straight gift to have. Like,
yeah,
it's people out here who would kill to be a creative, man. Like, to have, because that is something to have. Because being a creative in the arts is like, and music is an art. At the end of the day, no matter what aspect, vocal or just instrumental, man, or both combined, it's an art. And having a mastery,
recently,
it's like a beautiful thing to have, and people straight will kill to have something like that.
Recently, I've been noticing a lot of really, really, really talented people, like stuck in situations to where they don't get to express their art.
Right.
Like a Whitney Houston at the end of a fucking conveyor belt, like stuffing envelopes and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I've been seeing that a lot. I got a couple homies. Well, I got someone that I met down in Texas. The dude could draw amazing, but he's got to go back to prison and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so much talent just fucking
wasted, dude.
And that shit breaks my heart, dude. And I think that's always that's even where I'm at, teetering. Like, you got to make a living. You got to be able to afford shit. You know what I mean? But you don't want to be just trapped in some fucking warehouse. Like, I don't know.
Like, what if, looking back in hindsight, like,
you know what
I'm saying?
Well, especially with me, you feel like you're not put here to do that shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. Exactly. We all here for a reason, man. Like I said, we all creators. We all blessed with a talent, man. And I'll say, if we got the talent for a reason, use that shit.
Right?
Use that shit to its fullest potential. We got it for a reason. And especially if it can help you live and survive, why not?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Most definitely.
So yeah, man. But
so you gonna judge another battle for us?
Indeed.
You should, dude. Like,
you should.
I'm down.
Absolutely.
Man.
So then the next thing we got coming out, I think we'll probably get this up in time for this to matter.
Mm-hmm.
Was it next Wednesday? Is that the last Wednesday of the month?
Is it?
It's the 11th today.
Oh, fuck, man. It's super early in the month. I'm like,
yeah. It's the 11th.
So we will go say you saying
what's the last Wednesday? I think it's like the 25th or something like that. I want to say.
Last Wednesday.
I ain't got my.
Yeah, it's 25th. Yeah.
So the 25th is going to be the sign-ups for the next beat battle on Fresh Produce. You should come out to that and kick it with us here at Suburban Pro Studios in this very room.
Is that going to be a thing now?
Yeah, every month.
I was at the last one.
Oh, you were at the last one?
Yeah, I can.
Good. Come out to the next one again.
Yeah, dope. I think, and by the way, I think that's a great idea.
I think it's really tough. I mean, we had people here that weren't at the last battle. It's kind of a different event.
Yeah.
You guys should, if you're listening to this, you want to come kick it at the studio.
Yeah, man.
Come kick it with us here at the studio, 3739 South Jefferson on the 25th of January, 2017. Bam, 9 o'clock.
Again, like I was saying earlier, if you just want a bunch of different kinds of people vibing off the same shit, that's what it's like. You know what I mean? Like, all walks of life fucking jamming out. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, it was real fun, man. I had a great time. So then the next week after that same time frame, 9 o'clock on Wednesday, the 1st, February the 1st, then we're at the Atomic Cowboy.
Yes, sir.
Doing our first beat battle of the new year, 2017.
Sweet, rocking out.
So everybody be signing up at the sign-ups here at the studio, and then battling it out at the Atomic Cowboy. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited to see what the new year brings and what people are feeling. Hopefully, being hibernating all this winter, we had a month off gap. Hopefully, that'll be really fun. So
I know I got a couple people that in my head that I'm looking forward to.
Sure,
right? Dope, man. There's some fucking talent out there.
I hope to see some new faces this time too.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I'm telling you, open invite, man. Definitely, it's free. Understand, it's free.
100% free. Come out.
Just come out. You pay nothing
except for your own drinks. I mean, you pay for your own drinks.
But they're $1.
Are they? You can get a beer.
Yeah.
And then you have a damn good chance of walking away with $100 plus studio time.
Plus studio time.
A lot of times I was 8 miling that shit, man. Like I really needed that $100 to pay like a phone bill. And
exactly.
There's a lot of times that shit worked.
Come out there. I mean, I've seen it.
Like you don't understand the feeling of you going there, fucking rabbit and shit. You know what I mean? And then it's either you win that fucking battle, or you don't got a phone the next day. Yeah.
So in other words, if that's the same, you need some bills paid, you better go hard as shit.
Yeah, come hard as shit. It might work out for you.
It makes you go hard as shit.
Yeah,
it really does, man.
Just come out and battle.
Yeah, just come out and kick it. You know what I mean? It's a good time. It's free. It's an event. It's a good time.
I don't understand why rappers aren't getting hip to this shit.
They will, man. Promotion's the key, and we're getting into there.
I'm telling you, dog. Like I be telling people to come out and check it out. Like,
see, I think we need to turn the egos down a notch. Come listen to some music, baby.
Oh yeah, I always get the rappers. They're like, "Well, you guys should have some MCs on it." Nah,
nope. That's the first thing they fucking say, man.
That's not this game.
Point the camera at me, please.
This is for the producers.
I promise you, when you come out, though.
I mean, mad respect to MCs. Man. Love the MCs. It wouldn't be us making beats for real if it wasn't for the MCs. But
at the same
this is the time for the producers that don't ever get to shine.
Can we just have this one thing?
Yeah. So, you'll be there judging?
I will be there.
Tight. So, we got one judge. We got 2 judges.
Of course.
We'll have to get maybe see if we get another pair, or we'll just have the third be the crowd, and that's how it is.
Most definitely. So, this has been an excellent episode with my boy Sketch.
Thank you for having me, man. This is the first time I ever did some shit like this, man. I'm just jamming out, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, dude,
I can't stop looking at the fucking stickers, though.
Dude, it was a pleasure to have you on, brother. For real.
Thanks for providing some great jams for us to talk on.
I don't even know which ones you grabbed, but you're welcome.
Dude, you jamming out. That's all we care about, man.
Yeah, drag and drop, baby.
There you go. So, like I said, any social media anyone can follow you?
Groundbreaking Beats with a Z. The website, Groundbreaking Beats with a Z.
.com.
Yeah, you could probably check me out on the Billboard charts next year.
Hey,
this year, 2017. This is next year.
Yeah,
you talking about super future,
dude? Yeah,
this dude knows the future.
Yeah, I do.
Forever.
Ever. All right, so you can always catch me on social media, James JBJR Bishop on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram at JBJR Official.
I'm Matthew Sawicki. You can catch me on that. And you can check out the podcast Fruit Boom Pod
at Fruit Boom Pod, and also news outside of SoundCloud. We're also on Mixcloud now, and as of today, Stitcher Radio.
Dope.
So definitely, we're going to definitely try to do iTunes. I'm looking at TuneIn.
Got some big things coming for the next sets, but
looking at YouTube real soon, trying to get everything constructed with that. So we are expanding. I promise you.
Yay.
So yeah, man. But my brother, always been a pleasure, man.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for coming through again.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Man. Thank you. It's been another episode.
I gotta get back to the children and beats, dude.
There we go.
We
Me too.
Good
night.
Good night. Peace.